Immortal Legion, easily one of the hardest achievements in the Gears franchise. To complete this achievement, the player must complete Gears Tactics on Insane without a single unit dying. And if you've ever played Gears Tactics or any other tactics style game, you will understand just how ridiculous this is. Even the simplest misstep can get a unit killed on Insane, or even worse, sometimes you just have bad RNG. Have a 90% chance to take out an enemy, oh, you missed, and now your unit's dead. Play better, noob. Now do this throughout the game's 20+ hour campaign, on top of taking on multiple major boss fights that have the health bars equivalent to a fellow from a pineapple under the sea. And yeah, it's tough. But I think it's time we show Ukon who the real tactical genius is. Now, unlike the other Gears games that we've completed prior to this, Tactics is a whole new world. It's the Gears universe, so we're a little familiar with that, but rather than our standard third-person shooter gameplay, Tactics moves us into a totally new genre, and I will admit, I came heavily unprepared. Now, one positive to this achievement is since it isn't tied to the Iron Man achievement, you can reload checkpoints or entire missions if a unit dies, or you get stuck in a weird spot, which honestly, if you tried to combine the two, you're just a masochist, and you'd have to have some really good RNG. Gears Tactics puts us behind the eyes of Gabe Diaz, and opens up just 1 year after E-Day, where we are summoned to the CIC building where we need to retrieve some top secret files. This brings us into the game's tutorial where we learn the basics of Gears Tactics combat and engage in our first fight versus some Hammerburst drones. I won't go too deep into this, but just in case you've never played Gears Tactics or other tactics style games, in general the premise is that it's a turn-based strategy game where each character has a set amount of actions points to use, and these can be used for movement, shooting, reloading, or using some of their various abilities, and the success of your shots and other things is based on a whole slew of factors like distance, weapon type, line of sight, etc. So having a 90% chance at success on an attack should be successful. But you will 100% get screwed sometimes. And the same happens on the flip side. You might only have a 10% chance at hitting a certain shot, but sometimes it's worth just going for it. It's all about setting up your team as best as possible to minimize risk and give yourself the best chance at success. That said, I made sure to start the game off strong. Oh yeah, I'm very glad I didn't, except he's still gonna get oh no. I'm gonna get someone killed in the tutorial chat. Oh no, yo, oh no. Okay, he's still alive. He's still alive. Bro, he missed!
Almost out.
He missed a point blank shot, chat. He missed a point blank shot twice. Wait, I got an achievement for killing 10 enemies when it is most definitely my guy that is dead. All right, great job, everyone. We lost on the first mission of the game. Really proud of us today. I think this might be a long ass. This achievement might be pretty long. How? Dude, this game is gonna tilt the fuck out of me, chat. Like, I missed an 80% shot there. I just missed back-to-back 80% shots. Oh, Jesus. Holy moly, chat.
Almost out.
It missed again. 80%. Wait. Chat, I killed. I hate this game. Holy shit. So yeah, that's just a little glimpse into what this game would become. On our third try, we would complete this section of the level and head into the CIC building, finding some top secret files about a locust named Ukon, and from here we just needed to escape to the APC, though hammer strikes start raining in, so we decided to take cover in the bank vault. Emerging from the vault, we come out to a nice scene of destruction and have our first encounter with an E-hole. These, similar to the ones in the main game, can be shut by tossing a nade into them once they are open, or if you're able to place a grenade on top of them or use a proximity mine on them before they open, they'll just blow up automatically, which is definitely the preferred way to deal with them. Though to get the proximity mine skill, it's a little bit down the scout skill tree, so you don't have it at the start of the game. Leaving the E-holes undealt with will spawn in additional enemies just like you'd expect. Getting past the first hole wasn't too hard, but after doing this, some additional enemies would spawn in to block our escape, who we would handily dispatch of, and then escape with both Gabe and Sid alive and well. This completes the first chapter of the game. Yep, you heard me right, the first chapter. After this, we'd roll back up to our base, however we'd find a bunch of the Gears dead, who died to the hands of Ukon. Prescott would then task us with taking out Ukon, however, he's not actually going to give us any help. So basically just screw you, you're on your own, but get it done. First thing we would do is try and get some reinforcements, and to do that we would try and locate Echo 5, and in between missions is where you can kind of set your team up for success. Here you can equip different attachments that you scavenged, giving stat boosts or additional passive abilities, along with also getting your units additional abilities and passives through the use of these skill trees as your various units level up. I probably won't cover these too much in the video other than mentioning some abilities here and there, but on Insane, picking the right specs is extremely important. We would roll up to Marcella and Tyrone and find out they're part of Echo 5, and we would help them find the rest of their squad who were taken during an ambush. I'd learned pretty early on here that playing super passive and defensive is about the only way to progress on Insane. After clearing out the initial troops, you move up to the ambush site, and this triggers the Locust counterattack, which is the portion of the mission that caused some serious issues, due to the E-hole that emerges, though the first death would be me just completely throwing. This is, oh my god, this is problematic. Oh my god, there's so many. Bro, we are so dead. We are so dead. There's no chance we don't die. I thought it showed the symbol if you could get hit. We just lost a main character. Oh, that is actually... Alright. After dying another time, I'd end up resetting the mission to try and get my units into a better spot before the counterattack. This would work a bit better as I was able to get my heavy into the tower a lot quicker than our prior run, though I would overpush a bit with a scout and choke the first attempt back.
Go ahead.
I don't want to move her right. This might be stupid. But this will get like a shotgun shot when they come. Oh, there's a lot more wretches up here. I did not realize that. Misplaced, chat. Alright, we're gonna just overwatch this, and hopefully we kill, like, the locusts that jump out of the hole. That's the goal here. Oh, she's so dead. Yep, she's dead. Alright, misplays. That's okay, though. We would also have some more friendly fire issues here. I don't think this will hit her, because it doesn't have the exclamation point. What does target obstructed mean? Oh. I thought it didn't have the symbol. Oh my god. I'm an idiot, chat. I'm an idiot. After a handful more deaths though, we would clear it out. Now a solid 2.5 hours into our playthrough. And you have 100% here. Alright, I think we did it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That took so long. This sends you into chapter 3 where you would need to rescue some of the captured gears, and while this is a main story mission, this is a style of mission that would get repeated many times throughout the game. In these missions, you send in 2 gears and need to rescue the prisoners in a set amount of turns and then escape. As you get further into the game, they usually aren't too difficult, but early on certainly cause some issues, especially this mission, as it introduces the Grenadier, which are tanky locust dudes with a shotgun that one-shot you if you're anywhere near them, or sometimes not even near them, they just shit on you anyways. Later on though, they're much easier to deal with, but at this point in the game, just getting their health down before they just rush you down is a struggle. Oh my god, he didn't die. That's my dead enemy. You're dead, that's my dead friend right there. Oh, that's a bad flank for me. Oh, he's so close to dying. He might one-shotting me again though. After many deaths, we would finally clear out the initial Grenadier and go and rescue our captured friends and then escape back to the APC. These new rescue gears can then be recruited to join your ragtag group of units if you have enough room to enjoy their company, and I even forgot to mention this earlier. Gears Tactics has loot boxes, hell yeah. Though these aren't the kind that siphon all the funds out of your bank account, but rather are just boxes that you find in missions and then open them for various pieces of equipment that depend on the rarity of the box. They honestly aren't that bad, but I wouldn't miss an opportunity to give loot boxes some crap. Chapter 4 has us showing up to the industrial district to try and help out some people who just put out a distress call, and this mission sucks. The first section has us killing a group of locusts, though it's the second half after reaching the civilian vehicle that ramps up the difficulty, as you have to deal with an E-hole popping out multiple grenadiers, and even with a full squad of gears, I really struggled to take them out. Okay, we'll see how this works.
More locusts inbound. Keep them off the truck.
It's only 2? We should kill them. I feel like they should just get melted here. Oh my god. Oh, they're 2. Oof. They're 2 grenadiers. Okay, I probably just choked the level. Did not realize what I was going up against. Yeah, I deserve to be dead. Yeah, that one's on me. And if that wasn't hard enough on its own, it also spawns in a second E-hole that also brings in multiple grenadiers. After many deaths, I'd end up resetting the mission again to try and get better positioning, and I would employ a much safer strat, fighting them from the previous section of the level, rather than in the area where the E-holes spawn. This would end up being the strategy that worked, but I'd still die a good amount of times before getting past it. Alright, this should be the nade to win it all. This should be it.
Frag out.
There we go. Oh. So yeah, about 6 hours in and 45 deaths later, we finished the 4th chapter of the game. This also has Michaela join the squad, so we would get a sniper to join our ranks, and the sniper class is very helpful. Probably the most powerful class in the game when used correctly, though they all still have their place. The scout would probably be a close second for me. Chapter 5 would introduce the side mission, and these are basically just filler missions thrown into the axe that have a variety of different styles and objectives that are reused throughout the game, later on having multiple you have to do before you can progress. I am mostly just going to skip over these because they aren't relevant to the story and basically just exist to pad out the game time while letting you gather some more loot and level up your units. However, I do want to make it clear, these dumb side missions caused me many issues, and slowed down the entire run by probably tens of hours. If they weren't so repetitive, I probably would have hated them less, or if they were just actually side missions and not mandatory for progression. After completing the side mission, we would roll up to a warehouse in the packing district to search for clues on Ukon's operation. Here we would encounter these sniper drones for the first time, giving us a little sniper on sniper action. And after clearing out the locust, we would then place some C4 on the emulsion tank, and then head to the extraction point, but not before nading a ton of wretches. This mission doesn't really accomplish much, but apparently would put Ukon on notice, so yay. Following this, we would be lucky enough to get some more side missions, this time where you just pick one of 2, and I'd pick the one that sounded easier, and then we would head to the town of Claiborne for our next story mission. This involves you pushing down a bridge where you basically hit multiple different waves of enemies as you push further in. In retrospect, I feel like this mission shouldn't have been that hard, but I'd spend hours stuck here dying to my misplays. Snipers, wretches, RNG, you name it.
Right in the crosshairs.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I fucked up, chat. Okay, as long as he doesn't one-shot someone with the sniper this turn, we'll be golden. Actually, I think we take this shot. I know it's a 10%er, but fuck it. Alright. Shockingly, it didn't hit. We tried though. It's the thought that counts. Okay. God f me, man. Why does no one have an angle on this guy? I don't understand. He got the best cover of his life, dude. All right. There we go. Ah! In the Overwatch, like he's standing straight up. Man, I shouldn't have even Overwatched there. This mission is where you really learn how annoying the snipers can be, as leaving someone exposed is just death. After about 15 deaths and multiple hours, we would make it toward the end of the level where you have to take out some grenadiers. This could be the end still, chat. I might have fucked this up. I need to bounce him back. Oh, there's still one over there with 20 health. Oh, I did not realize that. Shit. I think I just choked it. Okay, can you thread this needle? Yes, okay.
Frag going out.
Look at that nade arc. Okay, it's pretty much all up to him to interrupt this guy. He has to hit the interrupt or we're fucked.
On the lookout.
Oh boy. Oh boy. He didn't hit it. He didn't hit it. No! No! Oh, that's like 40 minutes of my fucking life. Oh, wait, there's a checkpoint? At least there's a checkpoint. Luckily, though, we had hit a checkpoint just before this section, and after about another 5 or so deaths, finally get past the bridge. I think we did it. We finally did it. This mission alone took like 2 streams.
Now.
God, that was terrible. That was... Oh my god. I still think we're not even done with Act 1. That's the sad part. This would lead us into our first encounter with Ukon, and we would watch him brutally kill a gear before Michaela would take a snipe doming Ukon. Ukon though would just take that shot like a G, and out would come a Brumok for us to fight for the first boss fight of the game. This boss fight includes a few mechanics. To defeat the Brumok, you must take out the 3 canisters on his back, but during this he also fires missiles into the air that you need to avoid, on top of the chain gun that he has, and the fact that if you get too close, he just stomps you to death. To accompany all of this is multiple E-holes and spawns full of locust enemies, so it's not an easy fight by any means. You can take out the chain guns on the Brumok though, to take out one of his attacks, making it a little bit easier. Then you only have to deal with the missiles, spawning locusts, and not getting stomped on.
Spread out. Don't give him an easy stomping target.
Oh, is he gonna stomp on me? Oh, well, he didn't stomp on me last time. That's just unfortunate. Overall, the hardest part of this fight is just making sure that your units can deal with the E-holes that pop in without getting overrun, while also making sure not to get too close to the Brumok so that he doesn't stomp on you, and occasionally shooting him in the back. Honestly, a majority of my deaths once I figured out the mechanics of this fight were just me getting stomped on. But after a solid 15 or so deaths, we got him! We got him. Alright, that fight was miserable, like every level in this game. Alright, we got it. Wow. Great job, guys. We beat Chapter 6. It only took 4.5 hours. Took 4.5 hours to beat Chapter 6. This causes Gabe to realize there's more to Ukon than we realized, and that Prescott may have been keeping some information from us. We would then relocate to the desert of Asgard to train and prepare to re-engage Ukon and begin Act 2. Act 2 would open with a control mission where we would encounter boomers for the first time, and beating this then gives us a mission where we need to go and collect some cases. The collect missions have nemesis strikes that make you constantly push forward, or else your units will die to strikes from the sky. So it's one of the few times in Gears Tactics where you can't just sit back and kill enemies as they push you. Following this, you would go and rescue some stranded that abandoned the camp. I mean, like, come on, why would you abandon our amazing squad? And then following this, you would get another set of side missions. I will say the one big thing that sort of bummed me out about Gears Tactics is that while you find new attachments for your guns and do unlock new abilities and passives throughout the game for your units, making them a lot stronger, you use the exact same weapons throughout the entire game. It might have been cool if we could have researched some higher quality versions of those guns, or just different styles of guns. I'm not sure exactly how this would have fit with the Gears part of the game, since you are locked into using things in the Gears universe, but that was always a part of XCOM that I liked, where researching different gear or weapons not only adds a little bit of freshness to the game, but also can help you out a ton. The second biggest thing is just how repetitive the missions get. Some of the unique story missions are really good, but even many of the story missions are just the same as the side missions. They just come with a cutscene at the beginning or the end. And sometimes even the story missions don't seem to move the story very far. By the end of my playthrough, I was pretty much over all the reused mission types, which may just be a downside of this genre, as there's only so many ways to repackage 4 units for some locusts. You end up spending multiple chapters just spinning your wheels here, and in reality there isn't much exciting for me to point out. I died a lot, but would eventually find ways past each of the missions. It was just a matter of trial and error. Eventually we would end up at the Nerdroma Health Center and need to figure out why Ukon wants the canisters that we've seen him huffing throughout the game, and we find out this health center was once a Ruslan quarantine zone. We would then need to fight through locusts to reach the medical archives, and then you just need to clear out the guards. You also encounter disciples here for the first time, and these dudes are like emulsion crackheads that, besides being tankier, also emit a toxic cloud upon death. Once you defeat all the guards, you then open up a strongbox that has a fresh canister along with some research files, and from there you just head to the extraction point, where we learn the canisters are immune system boosters that work on Ruslan, which means Ukon is dying of Ruslan. Sid then interrupts, saying that we need to capture him, and we decide to use the canister as a trap to bait out Ukon. At this point in the game, our squad is beginning to become a lot more powerful, from a mixture of the equipment that we find and just leveling up and getting new abilities through the skill tree. While sections can still be pretty rough, you have a lot more options at this point in the game to try and deal with the locusts in front of you, which makes it a lot easier than early on. Before being able to set up the trap for Ukon though, we would need to acquire a Uur Truck, and that is what we would spend our next mission doing, though this was followed by some more side missions. We were now ready to set the trap, and Ukon would appear to collect the canister after listening into our comms. Here we would ambush him and have Ukon completely trapped, until Ukon would reveal that he knows Sid, and Sid would knock Gabe out, and then during our spat, Ukon would yeet his own arm off, though it would grow right back, and then a Corp would appear for us to fight our second boss fight in the game. Mechanics wise, this one's actually pretty similar to the Brumok fight, though this time instead of avoiding missiles, we would be avoiding the Corpser's legs that come smashing down, along with the Corpser throwing out proximity mines, with again plenty of ads that spawn in. All of this ramps up the further you get into the fight, with almost the whole arena filled with death towards the final stages. Okay, we're just gonna pray for the proximity mines to save us, I guess. Oh my god, she was overwatched into the fucking... That's terrible. That is a terrible way to lose. Like, she was safe, but because she was overwatched, she was hanging into it.
Now we've just gotta wait.
One nice thing is that you can actually use the Corpser to your advantage if you play around all the mines and leg smashes correctly to deal with some of the enemies for you, though that doesn't always go to plan. Yeah, see, that one's gonna kill us. Oh, it got interrupted. We're good. Oh no, it got interrupted, but then it's still shot? I'd end up only dying a few times versus the Corpser, so it's definitely the easiest of the bosses in Gears Tactics. Boom. Take that. Following this, we would need to deal with Sid, who tried to betray us not long ago, and Sid won't answer us, so Michaela smacks him with a shovel. This moves us into the third and final act of Gears Tactics, and opens with Gabe talking to Prescott about how Sid betrayed us, and Prescott basically just says to go capture Ukon again and kill Sid for being a traitor. Gabe then presses Sid some more, hoping to get more info, and after letting him sit in a cage for a bit, Sid eventually decides to talk. We then learn that Ukon was an experiment out of New Hope, and Sid had actually stashed some files at an outpost that will prove what he is saying, so we would head to reclaim those files. This is a classic Gears Tactics mission of open the gate, and then camp gate. Really invigorating stuff. There's also other missions where you blow over the bridge and then camp said bridge, so there's some sick variety there. After doing this for a while and killing most of the locusts, we would then move in and get the files before extracting from the mission. With our newfound info, Gabe would once again call Prescott and this time inform him that he knows about New Hope. Prescott plays dumb and pretends that it means nothing and asks for our current coordinates with the claim that he's going to send in a Raven, which Gabe complies with. Michaela then freaks out, worried that Prescott's going to send troops after us, and Gabe reveals that the coordinates that he gave Prescott, so by the time they arrived there, we would be long gone. Turns out though, Prescott wasn't sending anything, and instead we would see a hammer strike off in the distance hitting the mountain. With Prescott assuming we're dead, we can now get back to our objective of taking out Ukon. Sid then reveals he actually knows a way to turn off Ukon's healing by using a thing called cytostatic gas, and this would get Gabe once again on his side, letting Sid out of his prison. This is pretty much the home stretch of the game, though Act 3 has the most side missions of them all, having multiple sections of 3 side missions at a time, really dragging out that final act. I'd also have some bullshit happen where I'd do multiple side missions and then have it auto end a mission where I'd actually had a unit die, requiring me to reset the entire chapter. So I was pretty pleased about that. I like how I just interrupted them both at the top of the stairs. This is true, Scythe. Oh no, oh no. Wait, we might be... What the f... I'm behind cover! That is insane. Wait, no, why is it doing this again? No! Why did it just... No! I'm gonna have to redo the whole fucking thing! Why did I click that? Okay, well, I have to redo all... It worked. I didn't think it would work, but I mean, we have to redo all the fucking... After slogging through all these side missions multiple times, we would then get to a mission where we would need to retrieve a military-grade grenade casing for the cytostatic gas. This mission plays out like a standard open the gate and then camp to kill all the enemies on the other side type beat, though it does introduce the Zealot, which can mess you up if they get close. After retrieving the casing, we would then make our way to the extraction point, which was sort of an awkward push as we would need to make our way up these stairs, basically into the locust to get out. Once making it, we would be blessed with another section of 3 side missions, so hooray. Finishing these would allow us to progress to the next actual mission, where we would acquire the final piece for the gas grenades. This is one of the Nemesis Collect missions, dressed up as a mission that matters. Completing it though would give us a nice little cutscene where Sid and Gabe talk around a campfire, and we find out that Michaela has completed the fancy grenade to take on Ukon. We just need to figure out where he's hiding. Sid also admits that he messed up. Thanks, bro. Unfortunately, we fell asleep. Gabe figures out that Ukon is in the Zenith province, and we would then find out that there's a torture camp in this area. This mission is no different than any other prisoner rescue mission, but this time we would rescue someone actually important. Reyna, yes, the Reyna that you know. Reyna reveals that she was living in an abandoned UIR camp with her father before Ukon took it over and killed her father. Now knowing where Ukon is located, one would hope we could attack him and end the game, but that wouldn't really be the case, as we would once again get a nice little section of side missions. They really wanted to pad out this final act. After completing these would be the final stretch, with a mission where we basically scout out his defenses, and then do another side mission masquerading as a main mission, where we would do a control mission to gather armor plating for our final attack. This would be pretty easy, and then the game would be kind enough to reward us. Alright, here we go. The mission to end it all. No, oh my god, never mind. There is a section of side missions. You were right. Google led me astray. Oh my god, this sucks. I want to be done, man. That sucks, dude. I realize now, however many minutes into the script that we are, I'm likely sounding very negative about Gears Tactics, but the truth is I did enjoy the game. However, doing the insane no death achievement on my first playthrough definitely had me fairly sick of the game towards the end, and this was not helped by the fact that it's just full of filler. If they ever make a Gears Tactics 2, I really hope they try and have some more mission design variety. After completing this final set of side missions, we are now ready for the grand finale, as Gabe would go and rally all the troops for the final attack on Ukon's lab. This has us blasting through the front door and hitting Ukon with the cytostatic gas before chasing him down. First thing we would need to do once chasing him down is disable the 3 emulsion pumps, and then we would be greeted by Ukon's final creation, the Hydra, which acts as the game's final boss. I'm actually now realizing while writing the script that the Hydra is once again fairly similar to the other boss fights, with a slightly different spin. He shoots you with missiles similar to the Brumok, screams at you if you get too close, and also spawns ads out of these doors, while you attempt to take out the 3 phases of his health bar. However, he is certainly the hardest of the 3 bosses. I'd get past the first section of his health points without too many problems, but the second bar is where I would start to struggle. Oh my, I'm an idiot.
Been doing this a long time.
Oh, he crit me. Oh, the other one came out. No. No. Oh. I think we just have to run as far as we can.
Moving up.
I don't love this. I do not love this. Yeah, because you die here if you miss. Okay, this might work. This might work.
Frag out.
What? No, are you serious? For like negative damage? Look at that damage, dude. That is negative damage. Then we'll just overwatch this.
Over here.
Oh shit. I just lost. Me, man. Oh! I would realize how massive the ticker kick was during this section to try and deal with the ads, and after a little bit I'd knock out the section bar of HP. Okay, alright, we're getting close. Okay, we're getting close. Oh, we got an extra shot. Oh, and we hit the crit. Unfortunately though, Gabe ended up dying, and this would somehow bug out our checkpoint. I don't know, I think it's over.
Yep.
I just died to the same shit I did last time. Unless I can clutch up with like a boom shot to kill this guy. Okay, we're okay. This isn't ideal, but it'll keep us in the game. Oh, he's moving! I'm so stupid! Bro, I don't deserve to win. I forgot that he was moving. Wait, Gabe died in the corner! Oh my, hey man, I suck.
Doing this a long time. Well,
What the fuck is this? This didn't happen last time. The fuck? Are we just gonna have to redo the whole mission? Dude, what is going on? This wasn't the spawn last time we were here. This doesn't make any sense. Are we just hard? Is it just hard stuck? This sucked because even though those guys didn't kill me the first time, they would now just kill me every time the checkpoint reset, and I'd have to restart the entire mission just to get out of the hard lock. While doing this, I'd also go and respec Michaela to be able to have extra sniper shots. But after about 25 deaths on Nukon and over 4 hours, yes! Get out of here, Ukon. Fuck you. Where are my achievements, chat? Okay, there we go. Okay, that's all of the acts on Insane. I better get the other achievement. Okay, that's not it.
I've got some new mission plans we can go over tonight.
That's not it.
See, Raina, this is how fascists celebrate. Planning.
Yeah! Immortal Legion! Good, terrible achievement, chat. Immortal Legion popped, completing our task with Gears Tactics, taking us a solid about 50 hours. Overall, Gears Tactics is a fun game, though it's definitely a little repetitive and very aggravating at times. Would I do this mission again? No. But I could see myself playing the game again in the future for some fun or maybe another challenge. I want to give a huge shout out to all the YouTube members and supporters over on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, check those out. We have some pretty cool rewards like voting on future videos or joining in on community nights. With that said though, I'll see you next time.